Okay, so the first thing I want to say to you is that you'll notice my poem is different to the one that I had on my recording. And that's because I've come back to it and I've edited it. I've found ways to improve it slightly. And that's the whole thing about being a writer is no piece of writing is complete or perfect the first time you do it. So I had a few hours between recording it and coming back, and just that few hour break has given me a refreshed perspective from it, and I've come back and improved it. Didn't delete any of it, I just added a bit of that repetition in there as well. My first piece of advice when you come to write an ode is to choose something that you're really emotional about. Now, you can take this wherever you want. You could write it about an object, a person, or a place. I've seen it being written about chocolate, about parents, grandparents, pets, beaches, houses, bedrooms, books, anything that you want, that you're really emotional about, because it's only when you're really emotional about it that you're going to be able to think of all those adjectives and things to be able to say about it. So have a think about what you're going to write about. That's the most important decision here. Right, so here I have a success criteria that's going to talk us through how to make a basic ode into something that's actually a really, really effective and emotive ode. The first thing you're going to want to do is to speak directly to your object, person, or place. So address them as if you're talking to them, using words like you and your, as you can see throughout my poem. The second thing you want to do is you really want to zone in on what makes that object unique and use adjectives to describe it. So for example, your fatty meat, your crispy bits, builds the picture in the reader's imagination. You want to use verbs, exciting verbs, to personify it, but not just to personify it, you can use those exciting verbs elsewhere as well. So you crackle, you sizzle. They're really playing on the sensations of that bacon being cooked. So they're what's make it exciting, but the more you personify an object, then the more of an attachment people can make to that object. You want to use a range of words instead of just using like all the time. I adore thee, I love thee. You could say things like I admire, or I appreciate, or I'm grateful for. Similes are a great way to expand the description that you are making of this object, place, or thing. So you crackle like an old witch adds an extra layer to the description that I'm making of the bacon. And lastly, using any metaphors, a fantastic way to express your love for something. So here I referred to the bacon as my gorgeous bacon bride. Now that is not actual fact, is it? That bacon is not my gorgeous bride in this ode, but it's suggesting that I love bacon so much that I would happily walk it down the aisle and marry it. So that metaphor has really emphasised how much I love that bacon. The last thing I want to include that I forgot off my initial list is the use of repetition. Now the repeating part of this poem is what I tweaked from my last video, and it's that repetition that gives the ode structure, and it's always bringing the point back to the bacon. Oh my dearest bacon, how I love you so. That's how I've chosen to start both verses, and then within that verse every idea I start with oh bacon. So the reader is brought back to what I love. What am I dedicating this poem to? I'm dedicating it to that bacon because it's the tastiest morsel on this planet. Even now, I'm thinking of ways that I can improve this ode. I really like the idea of the tastiest morsels, or bathing in oil. That bathing personification, another really nice piece of description. Just goes to show you're never finished with a piece of writing. You can always improve it.